Hi there, here I am, day 2 in Athens. Behind me is the Cathedral of Athens. Behind me over there is our hotel. Yesterday my wife and I were on the Acropolis. It was a beautiful day. A tremendous sense of history, 2,500 years ago, essentially the foundations of European culture, of much of modern political science, philosophy, all took place here. But today I'm going to talk about, because someone asked for it, my take on the importance of language for our career, for our professional opportunity. So, first of all, I'll talk about my own experience, and then I'll have some general observations. Remember, again, if you enjoy these videos about language learning, please subscribe to my channel. So, in my own case, the first language that I sort of became fluent in was French, and that has helped me tremendously. Initially, because I then went to France, studied in France for 3 years, took the Canadian Foreign Service exam in French as an Anglophone, and that greatly improved my chances of being accepted, in my opinion. So I had an increased opportunity because of learning French. I was then sent to Hong Kong to learn Mandarin Chinese, so I used that working for the Canadian government in China. I then ended up in Japan, where I learned Japanese entirely on my own, no teacher, no school. And as a result of speaking Japanese, I was able to have dealings with Japanese business people who didn't speak English, which was therefore a more, call it, downstream level from the big trading companies where there were people who spoke English. As a result of that, a major Canadian exporting company hired me to set up an office for them in Japan. So obviously my knowledge of Japanese gave me contacts, knowledge of the market. I was able to read the Japanese trade newspapers, gain additional information, and eventually it brought me a job. So that helped, obviously. I then became interested in learning languages when I had the opportunity. I learned German, I worked on my Spanish and so forth. And I must say, and Swedish, that these languages have all helped me. I wouldn't say they were necessary, but they helped. And so the main thing I believe with learning languages is two things really. One, it increases your opportunities. And I think in life, most of what happens to us, good stuff, is often a matter of luck. And so the broader your range of opportunities, the greater the likelihood that some good things will happen to you. And I think that's the biggest benefit of learning languages. You just increase the range of things that might come your way. A lot of people are successful who only speak one language, so it's not a condition. The other thing I think is that as you learn languages, you become more confident. You can deal in more situations, regardless of what happens. You'll be able to communicate. You learn about different ways of seeing the world, different ways people live, different cultures, and I think that gives you a bigger breadth, a greater sense of confidence. I think all of these things help you in your career. So it's not like a slam dunk. You speak 2-3 languages, therefore you'll get a better job. I believe The Economist did a study that showed that speaking German added 2% to your income, and speaking French added 1.5%, or Spanish added 2.5%. So I'm sure there are all these studies, but it depends on what happens to you as an individual. I can tell you that it broadens you. Just as, for example, in the last 10 years here that I've been learning languages that have nothing to do with my professional opportunities, Russian, Ukrainian, other Slavic languages, Korean, now Greek, which I'm loving, by the way, to discover, the sort of cradle of European culture and so forth. It just adds so much, and as it makes you a more complete human being, I think that inevitably will help you professionally. So, to summarize, first of all, learning more languages is going to bring more opportunities your way, potentially some very good ones. And second of all, I think as it broadens you, it makes you, in a way, more complete, more confident, and I think that will also help you professionally. So there you have it, my take on how learning languages can affect you professionally. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.